Hi everybody, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop187. This is my review for a day. And today, I do have a movie review, ladies and dudes, and I want to attribute this movie review to our favorite actor and one of the best comedians of all time named Robin Williams. And since we already know that Robin Williams had truly did pass away from close to a week ago, and it's a sad shame that we just lost him in a very bad timing for in the year 2014, if you guys get the picture. But anyway, ladies and dudes, I decided to go ahead and do this movie review for all of you. So for my next movie review is Aladdin, one of the best Disney movies of all time, and one of the best Disney movies out there that has a great pop culture. And I have nothing else to say about this one for right now. So anyway, without further ado, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my 37th movie review of Aladdin. So let's get on to the plot, to the story, before I can tell you about what the heck do I think about this film. So anyway, ladies and dudes, the movie starts off with a young man named Aladdin, who's been a loner all of his life. The only pal that he has is Abu, his pet monkey, and they've been living in the streets for all their lives, stealing clothing, stealing food, being chased after by guards, and sometimes he likes to be kind to the kids, and let's just say Aladdin's having a rough and tough life in the streets of Agrabah. And he does have a dream that his life will become something else, something really special when his new life is about to change forever. And yes, my friends, Aladdin's life is going to be changed forever with this very young girl who's definitely the young princess of the king. The sultan, if you know what I mean. So yeah, Aladdin met a very beautiful young girl named Princess Jasmine, who ran away from home, getting out of the palace walls and refusing to marry a prince before her 16th birthday is coming up. And she decided to, go to the streets of Agrabah and try to get to know what kind of life that she is missing while she was in the palace wall for way too long. And this is where Aladdin and Jasmine met for the very first time, and they only got to know each other just a little bit, but not all that much time because, well, thanks to the Sultan's guards, they arrested Aladdin, and Jasmine's heading back home to the palace. And this is where Aladdin met that evil sorcerer dude named Jafar, who was in disguise. And Jafar took Aladdin out of the dungeon and took him to the desert and head on to the mysterious thing called the Cave of Wonders, where Jafar asked Aladdin to go inside that place and find this very mysterious item called the magic lamp. A lamp that has some type of mysterious blue thing called the Genie, and the Genie will grant you just these three main wishes, and these three main wishes only. And yeah, the good news is, ladies and dudes, Jafar had truly failed to get that lamp, but luckily Aladdin had finally gotten the lamp on time, and he started to rub the lamp, and here comes the Genie popping out of nowhere, and you could say that Genie is kind of out of place because he doesn't know what timeline it is. He thinks they're living in the modern day world and not the timeline that he's in right now. So yeah, the Genie is thinking about that he's living in the modern day world. That is just crazy. So while Aladdin was thinking about what kind of three main wishes that he wanted for his life, he just decided to ask the Genie what kind of wish does he want in his own life. And the genie said, the only wish that I ever wanted in my life is just to be free, so I could do whatever I want for the rest of my life, so I will never be stuck in that lamp and grant somebody's wishes, if you know what I mean. So yeah, Aladdin began to understand what the genie is trying to say, and he'll do the best he can to make the third wish so the genie can be free. So anyway, ladies and dudes, there's only a couple of questions remain in this movie. Will ever Aladdin will keep his promise to make the third wish of trying to get the genie free? Will ever Genie's wish will ever come true to become a free person? Will ever Aladdin and Jasmine will ever meet each other again and start falling in love with each other? Or what's gonna happen if Jafar will ever grab that lamp so he could do whatever he wants to rule over the world and become Sultan? So anyway, ladies and dudes, that's my whole entire plot of Aladdin. And I guess you want to know is, ladies and dudes, what the heck do I think about this movie? To tell you the truth is, ladies and dudes, I love Aladdin, and it'll always be one of my childhood favorite movie films of all time. It had a good storyline, has great animation. I love the details of the film. I love the character designs, the voice acting, the score, the songs. I love it all the above. I will say this movie did truly blew me away when I forgot how old I was. I think I was like 4 or 5 when I first saw this movie in theaters, but it's been a while. But anyway, I did enjoy this movie and it did blew me away. So anyway, let's head on to the strongest points and the weakest points of Aladdin. I will say for my strongest points for Aladdin is a tie. Just a tie between the animation and the voice work of Robin Williams playing the genie. I will say for the animation, it was so darn well done. It was very well detailed. It was so darn bright, so darn colorful, very darn magical, and I will say, out of all the Disney films that I've seen so far, I will say Aladdin has one of the best animations out there, period. I have nothing else to say about it. And as for the voice work of Robin Williams as the genie, it was so darn mind-blowing. I love his acting and I love his singing for one of the most greatest Disney characters of all time, period. And as for the weakest point, it's 0. I have no weak points at all for this movie. It was so darn mind-blowing in so many ways, if you know what I mean. So anyway, let's go on to the characters of the movie. The first one is Aladdin, played by this Scott guy. I forgot his last name, but he's that dude who plays DJ's boyfriend from Full House. If you guys remember that show, I remember that show a long time ago. I will say Aladdin is one of the best main protagonists for a Disney film. I will say he had a good storyline. He has a great personality, great attitude. He has really good connections with all the characters in this movie. He's a good adventurer. He loves magic, and he just wants to win a girl's heart. So he could be a much better person than before, I guess. And for my next character is Iago, played by Gilbert Gottfried. I freaking love Iago. He is such an awesome character and one of the best sidekick characters ever for a Disney villain. And I love his connection between him and Jafar. It was so darn mind-blowing, if you know what I mean. I love Iago. He has a great personality, great attitude. He's such a funny character in so many ways, and I wish I could say more, but yeah, Gilbert Godfrey as Iago, definitely his best performance that he ever did in his career, period. And I do love Gilbert Godfrey when he did Hollywood Squares back in the 90s and the early 2000s. He was pretty darn funny in that show. And now let's go on to the most important character I want to talk about in this movie review is the Genie, played by Robin Williams. I mean, this is Robin Williams' most best character, his best performance, and his best role. Genie really did blew me away when I was a kid. I mean, this is Robin Williams' most best movie in my own opinion. I love the Genie to death. He had a great storyline, he has a great personality, great attitude. He's such a comedy relief character, and this is one of these great Disney characters who had no idea what kind of timeline that he is in right now. Is he in this timeline or the modern day timeline? It was so darn funny, and I love Robin Williams when he sang two songs, Friend Like Me and Prince Ali. And yeah, Robin Williams is such a good singer when he sang those two songs. It was so darn mind blowing in so many ways. And this is one of the best movies that we will never forget in movie history. And I just want to say for Robin Williams, thank you so much for playing one of the most best characters of all time, period. I mean, you really did blew us away when you played one of the most excellent characters of all time in Disney history. And no matter what, Robin Williams, you will always be our Genie. In so many ways, I guess. We love you, dude. And we will miss you very, very dearly. Amen. Okay, ladies and dudes, I guess I have nothing else to say, so here we go, my main final thoughts of Aladdin. Overall, Aladdin is such a great Disney movie that has great pop culture. It had a great storyline, has great animation, fantastic voice cast. I love the character designs, the score, the songs, and I love it all the above. And this is Disney's most greatest masterpiece film. I think I like this movie way better than The Lion King. I do love The Lion King in so many ways, but this movie will always be better for me. So, for my rating for 1 to 10, I decided to give this movie a perfect high rating score of 10 out of 10. You have better watch this movie to believe it. And that is it, ladies and dudes. That is my whole entire movie review of Aladdin. I hope you enjoyed this movie review, and join me next time for my 2 more Robin Williams films to come. One is the first Night Museum movie, and the other is Night Museum 3, The Secret of the Tomb. So be prepared for those movies to come, and I will see you all later. Sayonara.